Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why'd I gotta watch that scene? Yeah. Why'd I gotta watch that scene on repeat, no end? Same clip in my head like a glitch that won't mend. You can carve my chest, leave it bleeding in arc, but it's still under lock. You don't own my heart. I was home in my head in a beautiful cell. Gilded bars, clean floor, still a personal hell. Silent as a riot when the cameras all cut. They were praying I would fold, I just tightened my gut. They wanna drag me down in the tantrums and talk. I plant both feet where the landmines walk. All that cruel little fiction that they dress up is fake. I treat it like spam on a burnt mixtape. You can fracture my trust, try to salt my name, but you can't buy your soul when it's not for sale. Flame, I'm the last same voice in the crowd that's gone numb. Guard dogs in my ribs, they don't let you in. Boom. Why'd I have to see that shit again and again? Same war rerun in my chest and my brain. Break me apart, leave me covered in scars, but I still keep the keys to my heart in the dark. Just want my peace, let me bury this mess. Let the past decompose, not live on in my chest. Through the static and the sirens, I'll carve my lane. Holding tight to a spark in the city of rain. People fight on the edge of a rusted blade. Whole world mortgaged to a doomsday trade. War outside on the live stream, war within in 4K. Both sides screaming I'm right, while we all decay. Everything feels cheap, like a knockoff mine. Trying to stay afloat in the flooded grind. Be selling this forever by the minute and mile. Then tax us with panic when we tried to smile. 9 to 5 to the high, punch in, shut up. 8 hours of life for a lukewarm cup. You got dreams in the folder you forgot to name. Clinging to the edge of a broadband frame. We don't even have time to miss what we miss. Scrolling through the void for a borrowed bliss. So much to do, but it's all background noise. Like fighting for a seat on a ship we don't dig choice. Why'd I have to see that shit again and again? Same war rerun in my chest and my brain. Break me apart, leave me covered in scars, but I still keep the keys to my heart in the dark. Just want my peace, let me bury this mess. Let the past decompose, now live on in my chest. Through the static and the sirens, I'll carve my lane. Holding tight to a spark in the city of rain. City full of zombies with designer chains. Brains on airplane mode, souls in remains. Hollow eyes shuffled by neon graves. Living day to day like domesticated slaves. Faces glitch like a feed with the bad connection. Hearts turn frostbit, no pulse, no reflection. Everyone's fine, that's the national lie. But the terror and the silence give the answer away. They chase small chaos, cause the big one's too real. So they binge on fear like it's part of the deal. Newsfeed cannibals, bite-sized dread. Blood on their thumbs, not a word gets said. The line's gone thin between man and beast. When empathy's the famine and need goes the feast. Can't tell if that's a neighbor or a hungry ghost. Both grin while they calculate what you're worth most. The sun's burning holes through a paper sky. We warm our hands while the oceans rise. As if the smoke in our lungs was a fashion flex. As if the coastline's drowning was some side effect. Ice drips off mountains like they've had enough. Seas creep up, looking at the high-rise scuff. We see the signs in the flooded streets, then close the blinds for a restful sleep. Heat index looking like a countdown board. Whole globe simmering on the landlord's stove. Silent forest carrying ember breath. Every leaf a prayer, every gust a threat. We all connected, every cough, each tear. Same planet, same ship, just different fear. Hearts beat weird when the sky turns gray. Like the earth itself forgot how to pray. On the cliff of the end, I toe that ledge. Wind talking in code by the safety hedge. Storm in my skull, hail in my chest. Thoughts crashing like cars in a freeway test. This war inside got no ceasefire clause. No holidays off, no union laws. Just me versus me in an empty arena. Shadow in the corner yelling, you should have been me. Now I'm surviving off fragments of inner revolt. That stuck belittle voice that refuses to halt. It says they can chain your hands, not the will in your bones. You can bleed on the page till it builds you a home. Time slips hard, the clock don't flinch. Every second is a debt that we never can race. Future hangs heavy from a freight gold chain, swinging slow over floods and flames.